Hey everyone, so I wanted to make this post because again of a comment I posted on Facebook, which is how makeup schools are becoming more and more redundant. Makeup schools are on the decline in terms of attendancy. Now, I posted this thing on Facebook. Now, what you would have thought was that I posted a picture of a basket full of kittens and then killed them all. Of course, I didn't do that. I just wrote a post. What I said was, in the UK, now I'm just talking about UK. In the UK, anybody, the dustman, the road sweeper, the mechanic, anybody can call themselves a makeup artist and be a makeup artist. It's that simple. There is no certificate in the UK that is recognized by anybody. It's not that you shouldn't go to makeup school and get a certificate or whatever it is it's going to teach you, because they can teach you really good things. But that certificate is not recognized, it's not governed by anybody above it to say this is really good. So anybody can call themselves a makeup artist. And we also need to know, before I go on, that there are many, many makeup artists out there that are self-taught, that are huge makeup artists. And I mean huge makeup artists that never went to makeup school. You do not need to go to makeup school to be a makeup artist. With YouTube and other social media outlets, the teaching and the application of makeup is now available to everybody. And this is where some people kind of got a bit pissy with me, was that every single thing that you can learn in makeup school is available on YouTube. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to search for that, because what will happen is people will search for contouring and highlighting and smoky eyes. And of course, they won't be searching for other things like insurance, hygiene, makeup hygiene, things that are so important. It's not that these things aren't available on YouTube or other social media outlets, they are. It's just people won't search for them the same way. Now, I went to makeup school and I didn't learn anything, but that was because I was already working as a makeup artist anyway. So I really didn't pick up anything new. I found the experience I didn't find it unuseful, but I didn't really pick up anything. All I picked up from was the fact that the chairs were really low, and I'm 6 foot and the teacher was 5 foot. And when she was showing me things to do, I couldn't reproduce it because I was at such an awfully high angle. And I remember at one point I went down on my knees and she really told me off about this. No chairs were offered for me. I had to stand and they were really low down, and it was a really weird experience. And I remember having really bad backache for a number of days during that course. Now, makeup school can offer you a wonderful, wonderful learning experience, and you can and do learn incredible things, and you are given a certificate to say that you have attended a makeup school, but that certificate in the UK is not governed by anybody else. So you can get a makeup certificate just by attending a seminar for an hour, if that makes sense. It's not governed, and we do need to have something governing us to say which is, right or wrong. But there are so many outlets. The other problem with makeup school, especially here in the UK, which is only where I can really speak about, is the prices. Prices tend to start from anywhere between £2,000 to £3,000, all the way up to £14,000 for anywhere between 1 week all the way up to around about 12 to 14 week courses. Now, most of these courses are held in London, and if you don't live in London, chances are you're going to have to pay for accommodation there. That is going to take your price all the way up to £20,000 easy because of accommodation issues in London. It is so expensive, and I don't know why makeup schools are so expensive, because they're incredibly useful places where you can learn amazing things and pick up all these amazing talents. But because of YouTube and other social media places, every single piece of information that you could learn at a makeup school is available to you, including the really important things like hygiene. And when you see me using mascaras on people here, I give them the mascara. I do all of that. When I work with clients, I take my stuff with me, which is why I replenish so much, because half the time I give them almost all of what I'm using as part of my fee anyway. But that's just me. Otherwise, you've got to use a spatula, you've got to scrape it out, you've got to be very, very clean. I mean, I cannot express to you how clean you need to be. I don't give a shit if somebody comes up. Now, I worked for in the media for a while, and I can tell you that the makeup kits there were shockingly filthy. It doesn't matter if the eyeshadow pan is really, really used. The outside edges of it, everything should look spotless. Hygiene is so important. Beauty So Clean is a spray that disinfects things. I use that like you wouldn't believe on my own stuff, when I'm doing stuff for you, I'm so thorough about it because of eye infections and other infections and anything else that can be picked up. Makeup skills are really important, and I hope that people see that. And I did respond to a couple of the posts that I saw on there because people are so bloody mean. But makeup skills are very important, and if you can afford to go to one and learn, it's a great thing to do. But if you can't, you can be a very successful self-taught makeup artist. Makeup school is not a prerequisite, and the certificate is not recognized in the UK. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go. It just means that there are options, and if you can't afford the price, then it's not like you shouldn't follow your dream, you shouldn't follow your goal. You should follow whatever you want. You should follow what makes you happy. But you don't have to go to makeup school, and that was what I was trying to say. And I know that there are other people out there that are going to be really flaming me for this, but there's nothing wrong with being self-taught. There is nothing wrong with it. There are tutorials throughout all of social media showing you every single step. Because people have changed the way women view makeup. Way Bandy did in the 80s, and Kevin O'Quarr did in the 90s and 2000s, and Mario Didivanovic, I hope I said that right, has done that for the kind of middle part of the 2000s and onwards. Now he does makeup tutorials for the Kim Kardashian website. This is I'm just using this as an example because he and that makeup look is still the most searched for on the internet. Excuse me. So he does makeup tutorials on the website for her, and there are around about 5 minutes long, and there is about an hour and 20 minutes full of them. Now, you don't see every single thing, but throughout every single part of that video, you see 95% of how he applies makeup. And if that is a look you're going for, then it is money well spent. It's not that you shouldn't still be looking at hygiene and all the rest and insurance and other things, but if that's the look you're going for, that's money well spent. Now, he also did a tutorial ages and ages ago, it was like a trailer for his workshop. It was the very first one I think he did. That trailer itself shows 90% of everything just in that single trailer. There is so much to learn from. We do need to look at all the different avenues that you can learn, and makeup school is one of them. Social media is one of them. Combine the two and you've got a wonderful, wonderful chance of succeeding. And there you go. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think, but be kind, because people, I truly believe that the way people act sometimes on comments, there has to be something fundamentally flawed in somebody where they can get so angry and be so vile over something so minor. Just be kind to each other. I don't give a shit if you're not kind to me, but just be kind to each other. See you soon. Bye-bye.